Are you a fan of shopping at Costco and saving big on bulk items? While it's true that this warehouse giant offers an impressive selection of products, not everything on the shelves is as good as it seems, especially when it comes to canned foods. In this video, we're uncovering 15 canned foods at Costco that may be shockingly harmful to your health. From hidden sugars and excessive sodium to questionable preservatives, these products might not belong in your pantry after all. Stick around as we explain exactly why you should think twice before picking these up on your next Costco run. If you're enjoying our content and want to stay informed about smart shopping tips, food warnings, and more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring you valuable insights every week. 1. Canned soup. When you reach for a comforting can of soup at Costco, you might not realize you're bringing home a potential health hazard. Many popular brands, including Campbell's and Progresso, contain more than just soup. They're loaded with harmful ingredients that could wreak havoc on your long-term health. One of the biggest culprits lurking in these cans is sodium. A single serving can pack up to 800 or more milligrams of sodium, which can skyrocket even higher if you consume the whole can in one sitting. Excess sodium can lead to high blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and unnecessary strain on your kidneys. It's a silent killer hidden behind that conveniently pop-able lid. Another ingredient to fear is monosodium glutamate, or MSG, which is often added as a flavor enhancer. While MSG might make your soup taste better, it has been linked to symptoms like headaches, sweating, and nausea, not to mention long-term concerns regarding its effects on brain health. Additionally, many canned soups are brimming with artificial additives, preservatives, and even traces of bisphenol A BPA from the can lining, a chemical known to disrupt hormones and potentially increase cancer risk. And if that wasn't alarming enough, sugar is another sneak attack in these savory canned soups. Hidden sugars might seem harmless, but over time, they can drive up your risk for obesity, diabetes, and other chronic health issues. Don't be fooled, these ingredients are far from innocent. What might seem like a warm, comforting meal could actually be a dangerous package of health risks waiting to unfold. The next time you wander the canned food aisle at Costco, beware of these deceptive soups. Your body deserves better than this unwholesome gamble. Proceed with caution. 2. Canned vegetables. Beware of the so-called healthy option in the form of canned vegetables. While they may seem like a convenient way to add greens to your diet, these canned imposters come with a terrifying secret: high sodium and dangerous preservatives. Do you think you're doing your body a favor by eating them? Think again. Canned vegetables from popular brands are often loaded with an alarming amount of sodium, in some cases exceeding 300 to 400 mg per serving. If you're not careful, these cans of salt disguised as vegetables could drive your daily sodium intake through the roof, leading to risks such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. It's a silent killer hiding in your pantry, ready to wreak havoc on your health. And that's not all. Many of these products are spiked with chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate, designed to give them a disturbingly long shelf life. What could these artificial additives be doing to your body in the long run? Studies have linked some of these chemicals to potential health concerns, including digestive issues and an increased risk of chronic illness. Even worse are the sugary brine solutions some canned options sit in, stripping away natural nutrients while adding artificial flavors and unhealthy toppings no one asked for. Think your peas or sweet corn taste a little too good? That sweetness comes at a cost to your health. Before you reach for another canned vegetable from Costco, stop and think. Are you ready to gamble with your well-being for a little convenience? Fresh or frozen vegetables offer a much safer, healthier alternative. Don't fall for the sinister trap of these preserved, processed horrors. Think twice before you open that seemingly innocent can. The consequences could be more chilling than you imagined. 3. Canned fruit and syrup. Canned fruit may seem like a convenient way to enjoy nature's sweetness year-round, but don't be fooled. This seemingly healthy option can be a sugar-laden nightmare. When you crack open that can of peaches or pears swimming in syrup, what you're really exposing yourself to is an alarmingly high amount of added sugar. That thick, sticky syrup isn't just there for flavor. It's essentially a cocktail of sugar designed to preserve the fruit and keep it overly sweet, sabotaging your health in the process. One serving of canned fruit and heavy syrup can contain upwards of 20 to 30 grams of sugar. That's nearly as much as a candy bar, and most people eat more than one serving without even realizing it. This flood of sugar hits your bloodstream like a freight train, causing insulin spikes that can lead to crashes and cravings not long after. Over time, this sugary indulgence doesn't just contribute to weight gain, it increases your risk for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other life-threatening conditions. And don't even think about rinsing the fruit to wash away. The syrup, it's already been soaked in this liquid sugar bath, absorbing its harmful effects. Even worse, this heavy syrup masks any semblance of natural flavor in the fruit itself, giving you an artificial, overly sweetened taste instead of the real nutrients and goodness of fresh produce. It's a trick, a wolf in sheep's clothing marketed as a healthy snack yet secretly wreaking havoc on your body. If you're seeking sweetness, don't turn to concoctions drowning in syrup. Opt for fresh fruit or fruit canned in its own juices to avoid this troubling sugar overload. Canned fruit in syrup isn't just unwise, it's downright dangerous for your long-term health. 4. Canned meat. Canned meat may seem like a convenient and cost-effective option, but its hidden dangers make it a shocking addition to your pantry. These processed products are often loaded with preservatives, many of which you can't pronounce, that serve to extend their shelf life unnaturally. Preservatives like sodium nitrate, commonly found in canned meat, are known to increase the risk of serious health problems, including certain cancers and chronic illnesses. But that's not the only concern. The sodium levels in canned meat are nothing short of outrageous. A single serving often exceeds half of your recommended daily sodium intake. Imagine the harm a single meal can do to your heart and blood pressure. Excess sodium is a silent killer, directly linked to hypertension, heart disease, and an increased risk of stroke. For families relying on canned meat for convenience, the repercussions could add up quickly and dangerously over time. What's more, many canned meat products contain hidden additives that may cause allergic reactions or trigger inflammation throughout the body. These harmful ingredients may quietly wreak havoc on your digestive and immune systems without you realizing it. The scariest part? The appealing packaging and marketing can make these products look harmless, even nutritious. Do not be fooled. Underneath that glossy label lies a cocktail of preservatives and sodium that could slowly put your health in jeopardy. It's time to reconsider that can of meat on your next Costco run. It might just be the ticking time bomb lurking in your pantry. Think twice before you feed this harmful product to yourself or your loved ones. 5. Canned fish. Canned fish may seem like a convenient and healthy option at first glance, packed with protein and omega-3 fatty acids. However, lurking beneath that shiny metal exterior are shocking dangers that could have serious long-term consequences for your health. One alarming concern is the presence of mercury in certain types of canned fish, such as tuna. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that can build up in your body over time, potentially causing neurological and developmental issues. For pregnant women and young children especially, the risks are even more devastating, as mercury exposure can negatively impact brain development. But if mercury doesn't alarm you enough, take a closer look at the can itself. Many canned fish products are packaged in containers that contain BPA bisphenol A, an industrial chemical used in lining cans. BPA has been linked to an array of health concerns, including hormonal disruptions, increased cancer risk, and fertility problems. Consuming canned fish regularly could lead to accumulating harmful levels of BPA in your system without you even realizing it. That's not all. High sodium content is another stealthy offender in many canned fish products. Over time, excessive sodium can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and other chronic conditions. What's supposed to be a healthy protein source may instead be a cocktail of toxins and unhealthy additives that you'd never suspect. Think twice before opening your next can of fish from Costco. While it may be easy and affordable, the hidden dangers lurking in that sealed tin are anything but worth the risk. Protect your health and loved ones by exploring safer, fresher alternatives. Avoid turning convenience into a ticking health bomb. 6. Canned pasta. Beware of seemingly innocent canned pasta dishes you may be bringing home more than just a quick meal. These convenient options are often loaded with unnecessary additives and preservatives that could wreak havoc on your health. High levels of sodium, artificial flavoring, and even controversial chemicals such as BPA bisphenol A in the can lining might be lurking in that small metal container. While they might taste comforting, what lies beneath the surface is anything but. One of the most alarming issues with canned pasta is its lack of nutritional value. Stripped of essential nutrients during processing, these meals are often little more than empty calories that provide neither sustenance nor benefit to your body. Most canned pastas are made from heavily refined wheat, robbing you of vital fibers and minerals. Combined with artificially sweetened sauces that are high in sugar and low in real organic ingredients, you're left with something that is nutritionally void but deceptively palatable. Then there's the scary reality of chemical additives. Ingredients like sodium benzoate or monosodium glutamate (MSG) are routinely present to enhance flavor or enable a longer shelf life. These chemicals have been under heavy scrutiny for their potential to cause adverse reactions, such as headaches or even more serious long-term health issues. When you're feeding yourself or worse, your family, you're not likely thinking about trace amounts of harmful chemicals sitting inside that can. The consequences, however, could be shocking. Canned pasta might seem like a harmless pantry filler, but with hidden dangers at every turn, it's something you'll want to avoid. Choose fresh or frozen options instead to ensure you're not unknowingly consuming additives or sacrificing your dietary health for convenience. 7. Canned chili. Canned chili may seem like a quick and comforting meal option, but the hidden dangers lurking inside make it a shocking health hazard. One major concern is its alarmingly high sodium content, which can skyrocket your daily intake well past the recommended limit in just a single serving. Consuming excessive sodium over time places you at a greater risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. Shockingly, many canned chili brands pack in over 1,000 milligrams of sodium per serving, which is nearly half of the daily limit suggested by health professionals. And remember, most people rarely stop at just one serving, compounding the problem even further. What's even more terrifying are the preservatives and additives used to keep that can of chili shelf stable for months, or even years. Artificial ingredients like sodium nitrate, textured vegetable protein, and chemical flavor enhancers aren't just hard to pronounce, they could be wreaking havoc on your health. Some of these chemicals have even been linked to potential long-term health concerns, like an increased risk of certain cancers or organ damage when consumed regularly. Furthermore, don't be fooled by the promise of protein-rich beans and beef chunks. Much of the nutritional value is undermined by the cocktail of unhealthy additives and alarming levels of trans fats often hidden in the ingredients list. The next time you're eyeing a can of chili on Costco's shelves, think about the lasting impact it could leave not just on your wallet, but on your body. Your heart, kidneys, and overall well-being could pay a heavy price for what seemed like a harmless dinner choice. Proceed with caution. This dining shortcut may be more harmful than you could have anticipated. 8. Canned beans. Canned beans might seem like a simple, healthy pantry staple, but the truth behind this common product is downright alarming. While beans are naturally high in fiber and protein, which are great for your diet, the canned version often brings some ominous baggage. One of the biggest red flags is the frighteningly high sodium levels hiding in those little metal cans. Many brands pack an excessive amount of salt into their beans, with some cans containing as much as 500 mg of sodium per serving or more. That's nearly a quarter of your entire recommended daily allowance in just one small serving. Too much sodium can skyrocket your blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease. Imagine what you're doing to your body if you're not rinsing these beans or eating them in large quantities. But wait, it gets worse. Those seemingly harmless cans might also contain BPA, a chemical linked to numerous health issues, including hormonal disruption, heart problems, and even cancer. If your canned beans aren't labeled BPA-free, you're gambling with this sneaky toxin. It can leach into the beans during storage and processing, exposing you to far more health risks than you signed up for. Over time, repeated exposure to BPA from common pantry items may silently wreak havoc on your body. The combination of excessive sodium and possibly harmful BPA should make you think twice before mindlessly tossing canned beans into your Costco cart. There's nothing comforting about a food product that could contribute to long-term health issues while masquerading as a healthy choice. Opt for dried beans or thoroughly researched BPA-free, low-sodium alternatives to safeguard your health. Trust me, the convenience of canned beans isn't worth the hidden dangers lurking within those cans. 9. Canned sauces. Beware of the seemingly harmless canned sauces lining Costco's shelves. They're a ticking health time bomb. These convenient sauces, ranging from Alfredo to marinara, are deceptively loaded with staggering amounts of sugar and sodium, quietly sabotaging your health with every serving. Just 2 tablespoons of some of these sauces can pack up to 15% of your daily recommended sodium intake. Imagine what happens when you use an entire can while cooking. Suddenly, your innocent pasta dinner morphs into a sodium overload that could contribute to high blood pressure and increase your risk of heart disease. But it's not just the salt content setting off alarm bells. Sugar hides in these sauces like a sinister ingredient in disguise. Many canned pasta sauces contain added sugars that rival even some desserts. For example, certain brands can contain up to 8 grams of sugar per half-cup serving. That's about 2 teaspoons of sugar. Regularly consuming this can lead to weight gain, increased risks of type 2 diabetes, and even tooth decay. The worst part? These sugary and salty concoctions can be addictive. By constantly exposing your palate to these intense flavors, your body craves them more, pushing you into a vicious cycle of unhealthy eating. And if you're thinking of the low sodium or light options as a safe bet, guess again, these often replace sodium with more sugar or artificial additives, leaving you hardly better off. Don't be fooled by their convenience or tempting flavors. Canned sauces may seem like a quick fix for dinner, but over time they could wreak havoc on your health. Opt for making your own sauces at home with fresh ingredients. Instead, your body will thank you later. 10. Canned coconut milk. Canned coconut milk may seem like an innocent alternative for those searching for a dairy-free option, but don't be fooled, this pantry staple harbors some scary secrets. Many brands of canned coconut milk are loaded with additives and emulsifiers such as guar gum, xanthan gum, or carrageenan. While these ingredients are added to improve texture and keep the milk from separating, they could be wreaking havoc on your digestive system. Carrageenan, in particular, has been linked to inflammation and gastrointestinal distress, making this seemingly safe choice outright dangerous for some. But it doesn't stop there. Canned coconut milk can also bring hidden allergens to your table. Cross-contamination during production processes could spell disaster for those with nut or tree nut allergies, and in certain cases, trace amounts of these allergens might not even be labeled clearly. If you have sensitive dietary needs, one harmless looking could turn into a recipe for a serious allergic reaction. Another alarming factor? The can itself. Many canned coconut milk products are housed in BPA-lined containers, and bisphenol A BPA is a well-known endocrine disruptor. Exposure to BPA has been linked to hormone imbalances, fertility issues, and even heightened cancer risks. Think about that the next time you reach for what you thought was a healthy, all-natural ingredient. When you consider all these potential pitfalls, canned coconut milk starts to look less like a cooking companion and more like a silent threat lurking in your pantry. Don't compromise your health for convenience when it comes to coconut milk. Fresh or frozen options are far safer alternatives. Be vigilant and read those labels before you make your next Costco haul. 11. Canned pie filling. Don't be fooled by the sweet allure of canned pie filling sitting innocently on Costco's shelves. Beneath its glossy exterior lies a sugar-laden trap that could wreak havoc on your health. These seemingly harmless cans are packed with an alarming amount of sugar, often far exceeding the recommended daily value in just one serving. Imagine indulging in a pie slice topped with this syrupy concoction. It's like eating dessert on top of dessert, only worse. The nightmare doesn't stop there. To enhance the flavor and improve its shelf life, these fillings are typically loaded with artificial flavors and additives. These synthetic ingredients, while making the pie filling taste oh so delicious, come at a hidden cost. The chemicals used to mimic the rich taste of fresh fruit may satisfy your sweet tooth, but their long-term effects on your health are far from sweet. Studies have linked the overconsumption of artificial additives to potential issues ranging from digestive disturbances to more worrying concerns like hormonal imbalances. And you think this is where the scare ends? Think again. Many canned pie fillings also contain high fructose corn syrup, a notorious ingredient linked to obesity, increased risk of diabetes, and heart disease. Each spoonful of this sticky, overly processed goo pushes you closer to a health meltdown that no festive pie is worth. When you can opt for fresh fruit or make your own filling from scratch, why risk it? This dessert shortcut might save time, but in the long run, it could cost you more than you'd bargain for your health. Stay vigilant and keep those shiny cans off your shopping list. 12. Canned cheese sauce. Brace yourself, because canned cheese sauce might just be one of the scariest items lurking on your pantry shelf. While it may seem like a convenient way to liven up nachos or create a creamy casserole, the truth behind this processed product is downright alarming. At first glance, you might notice the neon yellow hue. Yes, that's not normal. This artificial color isn't just there for show, it's a concoction of laboratory-created chemicals designed to trick your brain into thinking it's enjoying real cheese. Spoiler alert, it's not. The danger doesn't stop there. Take a look at the sodium content and you'll be shocked. A single serving, which is often smaller than what most people actually consume, can pack in upwards of 400 mg of sodium. For perspective, that's nearly 20% of the recommended daily sodium intake in just one dollop. Now imagine pouring it liberally over your food or using it in a full recipe. The result? A sodium bomb that not only bloats you up but could also wreak havoc on your heart and blood pressure over time. Even more terrifying is what you don't see outright on the label. Hidden among the lengthy list of unpronounceable chemicals are preservatives and stabilizers meant to extend shelf life and maintain the sauce's unnervingly smooth texture. These additives, like sodium phosphate and artificial emulsifiers, have been linked to gastrointestinal issues and could potentially have long-term repercussions for your health. While it may be tempting to reach for that jar of canned cheese sauce the next time you're craving comfort food, think twice. This processed nightmare is a far cry from the rich, creamy goodness of fresh cheese, and the cost to your body simply isn't worth it. 13. Canned gravy. When it comes to quick meal prep, canned gravy might seem like a harmless solution to elevate your dishes. But don't be fooled, this pantry staple could be a silent threat to your health. Hidden beneath the rich, savory flavor is a cocktail of sodium and preservatives that you simply don't want in your body. First, let's talk about the massive sodium content. A single serving of canned gravy can pack an outrageous amount of sodium, enough to put you well on your way to exceeding the recommended daily limit. That might not sound scary at first, but excessive sodium intake is a serious health hazard, contributing to high blood pressure and increasing your risk of heart disease and strokes. Is that creamy texture worth your cardiovascular health? Probably not. Then, there are the preservatives. These ingredients are designed to keep the product shelf-stable for months or even years, but at what cost? Some common preservatives found in canned gravy are linked to alarming side effects like inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and digestive issues. You might not even recognize these chemical compounds on the label, but your body certainly reacts to them. And what about artificial flavors and coloring agents? Many brands sneak these into their recipes, further complicating the health risks. While reaching for canned gravy might save you time in the kitchen, the long-term consequences are chilling. The high sodium content, artificial additives, and preservatives turn this convenient food into a dangerous indulgence. If you wouldn't sprinkle pure salt and chemicals onto your food, why allow them to simmer in your gravy boat? It's time to think twice. Your health is not worth the shortcut. 14. Canned corned beef. Brace yourselves, because canned corned beef is not the innocent pantry staple it seems to be. Packed with sodium and preservatives, this product can be a silent health saboteur lurking on your Costco shelves. Imagine this: a single serving of canned corned beef can contain a shocking 800 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium, which is almost half the recommended daily intake for an average adult. Consuming just a couple of servings could catapult your sodium levels through the roof, putting you at serious risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. But that's not all. Preservatives like sodium nitrite in canned corned beef are no innocent bystanders. These additives are used to extend shelf life and maintain that pinkish hue we've come to expect, but studies have linked them to increased risks of cancer when consumed in excess over time. Once ingested, these compounds can form nitrosamines in the body, which are known carcinogens. It's not just a question of eating a salty meal, it's about potentially exposing your body to harmful chemicals every time you indulge. And don't be fooled by the appealing convenience of this product. While the quick fix of canned corned beef on your plate might seem harmless, the long-term effects on your health can be downright terrifying. Paired with the heavy levels of saturated fat often found in these products, you're looking at a frightening trifecta of sodium overload, chemical exposure, and unhealthy fats. The next time you stroll through Costco, reconsider tossing that can of corned beef into your cart. Your heart and your future self will thank you for avoiding this ticking time bomb in a can. Think twice, because this canned disaster could be doing more harm than you realize. 15. Canned spaghetti sauce. You might think canned spaghetti sauce is an easy, affordable way to whip up a quick meal, but wait until you hear this chilling truth. Lurking inside that convenient jar or can is an alarming amount of sugar and sodium that could wreak havoc on your health. Many canned spaghetti sauces contain upwards of 10 to 12 grams of added sugar per serving, sugar that your body doesn't need and your health can't afford. That's like mixing a spoonful of dessert into your savory dinner. But it isn't just the sugar that's a red flag. The sodium levels in these sauces are equally shocking, with some varieties packing in over 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's nearly a quarter of the recommended daily sodium intake for just one portion of sauce. If you generously pour the sauce over your pasta, as many of us do, you're likely doubling or even tripling these dangerous values without even realizing it. Over time, excessive sugar intake can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and even type 2 diabetes. Meanwhile, the high sodium levels can raise blood pressure, increasing your risk of heart disease and stroke in ways you might not notice until it's too late. What's more frightening is how these sauces disguise themselves as wholesome and delicious, while quietly sabotaging your health. The bright packaging, the traditional Italian recipe claims, don't be fooled. Beneath that facade lies a dietary bombshell waiting to explode. Next time you add a jar of spaghetti sauce to your Costco cart, think twice. It's better to opt for low sodium, no sugar added options, or to make your own homemade sauce with fresh, real ingredients. Don't let convenience cost you your well-being. It's a price too high to pay. When it comes to these 15 canned foods at Costco, it's clear that convenience often comes at the expense of your health. High levels of sodium, sugar, preservatives, and artificial additives lurking in these pantry staples can pose serious long-term risks. While they might save you some time in the kitchen, the potential damage to your heart, weight, and overall well-being simply isn't worth it. Making more informed food choices and opting for fresh, less processed alternatives can go a long way in protecting your health. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more eye-opening insights and tips for smarter, healthier living.